And we are following breaking news right now. Major League Baseball announcing that Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer has been placed on administrative leave. Bauer has been accused of assault, had a domestic violence restraining order filed against him in court this week. Now, Major League Baseball has opened an investigation into Bauer under its joint domestic violence policy with the Players Union. So far, no arrests have been made. Bauer denies these allegations. The Dodgers pitcher was slated to start this upcoming Sunday against the Nationals. So you see part of the statement there. I'll go ahead and read it to you. It's a couple pages long. MLB's investigation into the allegations made against Trevor Bauer is ongoing. While no determination in this case has been made, we have made the decision to place Mr. Bauer on 7-day administrative leave effective immediately. Major League Baseball continues to collect information in our ongoing investigation concurrent with the Pasadena Police Department's active criminal investigation. We will comment further at the appropriate time. All right, let's welcome in our good friend David Samson, former president of the Marlins, of course, the host of Nothing Personal. David, we had you on this morning, and this is a very sensitive subject. We're going to treat it as such. You said this morning that you anticipated this happening, that there's no way Trevor Bauer would have started on Sunday. So explain to us why you thought that and what is going on right now.
Well, with Trevor Bauer, the situation is he is accused of assaulting a woman. MLB and the union have gotten together and said, when something like this happens, we have a system in place that's already been agreed upon where the player gets put on administrative leave and that is paid. So it's not a suspension. It's not a grievable situation. And that happens while MLB investigates what happened, investigates the allegation. That's what happened with Herman that led to his eventual longer suspension, or Chapman that led to his eventual longer suspension. This is exactly what should have happened, but they waited several days longer than anticipated, and they waited until after Dave Roberts, the manager of the Dodgers, specifically told the media that Trevor Bauer was going to start Sunday against the Nationals, that MLB told the Dodgers that they should go forward and start Trevor Bauer on Sunday. On Nothing Personal, we said that's not going to happen. There is no chance of that. MLB cannot have Trevor Bauer meeting the media on Sunday before or after the game. They can't have Trevor Bauer in Denver at the All-Star game. This is too serious an allegation, and especially today in this day and age when baseball wants to be at the forefront of being a responsible corporate citizen, they had to act, and finally they just did.
So this is 7 days as of right now, David. You said you anticipated this happening. When these 7 days are up, what's after that?
So there's two things that can happen. After 7 days, the administrative leave could end and Trevor Bauer would be active again and he still would not have lost any money. Or there can be an agreement with the union that you can extend the administrative leave. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. But baseball's not going to announce it yet. They don't want to take any attention away from the All-Star game or from any of the other exciting things going on the field. But I promise you, Amanda, he will not be back in 7 days. The investigation going on in Pasadena will take longer. MLB's investigation will take longer. So look for this 7-day leave to be extended until there is a final resolution, both criminally, civilly, and within MLB.
David, take us into the Dodgers, into that clubhouse right now as the president, as the manager. What do you tell your team and how do you guys move forward?
Well, when you sign Trevor Bauer, you know that you're signing someone who is going to talk a lot. He's very active on social media. You know that he had the issue with Terry Francona and throwing the ball in the stands. So you know what you're getting when you make him the highest paid player in MLB history. What you don't expect that you are getting is someone who would commit this type of action against a woman or against anybody. And while it is only an allegation, there was a statement made that was made as a statement where you can't lie, where perjury would be a crime. And so this is so serious that if it's me, I'm in the clubhouse talking to my players saying, don't talk to the media. We have to let this play out. But please, gentlemen, keep in mind, watch your behavior. Let's treat people properly. Let's go out and play. But when you're asked questions, don't defend Trevor. Don't say he's guilty. We simply can't talk about it.
David, let's talk about what this means on the field now for the Dodgers, of course. I mean, it's a big hit to them. 2.59 ERA so far this season for Trevor Bauer. So how do the Dodgers handle not having him?
Well, David Price is now starting, and he'll continue to start. And Buehler is pitching like a number one. And when you think about Bauer, when he signed, we said right here on the queue that he's really a 2-3 starter. They're paying him like an ace. He won the Cy Young in a 60-game season, but he really is a 2-3 starter for me, and that's all. Especially now with the ban on foreign substances, while he may claim that he doesn't use them, he does, like every other pitcher. And so you really are okay knowing that Trevor Bauer was not who you thought he was. But with this type of behavior, you don't want him on your team. So if I'm the president of the Dodgers, I'm letting this play out, and I'm trying to find a way to remove him from the clubhouse permanently and not have to pay him. It is not worth it to have Trevor Bauer on your team for another second.
David, you talked about the contract a little bit. You mentioned it. It is very unique. He signed it earlier this year. 3 years, $102 million. So when it comes to his contract, take us into the front office.
So it actually is an interesting contract in that it's a 2-year deal. He's got player options, but the third year is such a small amount that the only way he would ever opt in is if he weren't a good pitcher anymore. But the Dodgers didn't want to give him $40 million a year for 3 years, so they made him the highest paid player in year 1 and year 2. What the Dodgers will try to do here, though, depending on the outcome of the investigation, they're going to try to get rid of this contract. And he is in violation, depending on what they find, of several clauses in a uniform player's contract that would allow the Dodgers to break the contract and withstand a grievance. What's more likely to happen, Amanda, is there'll be a lengthy suspension, and when you're suspended, you do not get paid.
All right, David Samson, we appreciate your time taking us into that. Very insightful there. Again, sensitive situation with Trevor Bauer and the Dodgers, but now on administrative leave. David, thank you. Of course, you can hear much more from our good friend David Samson on his podcast, Nothing Personal with David Samson. He explained how this was coming. He anticipated it. I'm sure he will have one up very soon talking about this situation. Make sure to download and follow.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.